name's Cameron. So how many of you guys wanted to visit an amusement park that was filled with dinosaurs on a tropical island? Alright. How many of you guys want to take a selfie with a T-Rex? Alright. How many of you guys wanted to train velociraptors? Alright. Okay. Well, the one movie that started it all, if you guys can take a guess.
Jurassic Park.
Correct. Jurassic Park started it all. Jurassic Park opened up on June 11, 1993. Basically, it was the pioneer of summer blockbusters because basically, back then, nobody wanted to go to the movies. And, you know, they wanted to do other stuff. So, basically, this guy named director Steven Spielberg, he decided to just release movies in the summer. So it made $900 million the first day that it came, over his first run that it came out, and then the 3D re-release back in 2013 when it came out. Alright, so let me get down to it. Basically, Jurassic Park was one of the pioneers of summer blockbusters because without Jurassic Park, basically there wouldn't be any CGI films because they include live action and with this composite shots. I'm going to explain to that to you. It helped me, inspired me to be a filmmaker, and also I'll talk to you about CGI. Basically, it started the CGI revolution. So I'm going to talk about that point first. CGI, as you can tell, it means computer generated images. So it's like anything that's not, it's like photorealistic. Basically, an animator, somebody from like industry Light and Magic, they made Jurassic Park. All they would do is they'll draw out the dinosaur, and then they'll try to animate by making a bunch of movements, and then they'll render it together. Render it means to like animate it. So that's what they will do. And then they would paint the skin over it. That way it would make it look realistic. Like the Jeep chase scene in Jurassic Park, it took about a year just to make that scene in general because it took them about 17 hours a day just to render that shot completely, and it was only like 3 minutes long for that scene. So, but also, it also it helped a bunch of other movies out too because basically, like, after Jurassic Park came out, Toy Story came out, and that was the first not live action, computer animated film that was full featured. So that helped inspire that. It has a bunch of comic books and video games, and it came out with a water park, which I'm sure everyone went on at Universal Studios. They have it's at 3 locations. It's at Universal Studios in California, the Hollywood location, Florida, and Japan. It was such a huge phenomenon. It's on the AFI for the 35th best film in the world. It's on a bunch of like other awards for like 5th best film in the Library of Congress movies. For it's like the 10th best film. Jurassic Park had a huge impact in the world because basically George Lucas. He did CGI back when he did Star Wars, but you know, it was mostly like guys in suits and like stop motion, so it didn't really look real. So basically, after he saw that movie, he was blown away and he made the trash Star Wars 1, 2, and 3, but it was just full of CGI. So nobody liked that, but you know, that's what led to it. That was the bad part of how it influenced people. But it also created the NBA team, the Raptors, because they were inspired by Jurassic Park. It also, yeah. That's basically it. Oh, last part. Jurassic Park basically just inspired me to be a filmmaker because, yeah, Jurassic Park basically just inspired me to be a filmmaker because once I saw the movie, the CGI was just groundbreaking. It just scared me, like terrified me. And I'm like, wow, seeing that T-Rex just burst through that gate and then just eat the lawyer and stuff, I was like, wow, that was just amazing. But I always like to watch like the behind the scenes, just how they did that, and it like took them a year just to make all the visual effects for it, like because they used puppets. It's called animatronics. They used that for like the heads for the dinosaurs and for the T-Rex when he was going across to the Jeep. Basically, that's what they did, and they made a full-fledged T-Rex, but it broke down like 10 times because it wouldn't work. So they finally just decided just to make him CGI. And I also liked I just liked the impact that it made because it was such a classic that like I also thought about being a paleontologist at first. Like, oh, well, maybe I need to go dig up dinosaurs, and then I found out paleontologists, you have to have a lot of patience to dig up a dinosaur. So I'm like, oh, I'm not really a patient person because they're literally sitting out in that sun. They're literally sitting out in that sun for like literally like months, just trying to dig up just to find one bone. And I'm like, I can't do that because I'm already light-skinned enough. But yeah, it just inspired me to be a filmmaker because I went to Universal Studios and I filmed at the lots, and I went up to the water ride, and I saw how the dinosaur just emerged. And I thought it was pretty cool how they did it. And I probably saw him up close, but yeah. So I just want to go over the points. Basically, Jurassic Park was a pioneer summer blockbuster because without it, you wouldn't see any movies over the summer, like Avatar, Transformers, The Avengers. It started live action CGI movies, and it inspired me to be a filmmaker. That's it.